you understand this about narcissists. They can be fantastic when you're hurting. They love it when you are going and you're asking them for help and favors. To them, it's narcissistic supply. They're like, yeah, I'm needed. Yeah, I'm over you. Yeah, I'm the dominant one. Yes, you need me. But the moment you are experiencing a thrill in life, the moment you have an authentic joy in life, they're gone. You're live on the Royal We. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. I've spoken to you a time or two before. Nice to be on the show tonight.
I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so glad that you're calling. Where are you calling from again?
I'm calling from Texas.
Texas. Okay. I should have known from that Texan accent. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay. I wanted to hear your thoughts on my situation, if you have a minute. I was recently diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, and I have been ostracized and isolated from my family for a little over 10 years.
10 years?
And a little over 10 years. I stood up to my abusers, which was my dad and his wife and a sister. And when I stood up for myself against the abuse, there was a smear campaign, of course. Mm-hmm. And
typical, very typical.
My family member, very typical. And my family members all stopped talking to me. I mean, the entire family had nothing to do with me. I didn't hear from any of these people for over 10 years, I would say. So I recently, about 2 months ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I have a couple of cousins that have tried to contact me, as well as my dad and his wife, and they're trying to come back now that I have cancer. So I'm real confused because they're pretending to care, even though they haven't cared in all these years. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on why they're doing this.
Right. This is a very hard and a very difficult place. And first of all, my heart breaks for you in your battle for cancer. And I'm hoping for a miracle, and I'm hoping that they find it, and I'm hoping that they're able to cure this particular cancer that you're dealing with. That's my hope.
Thank you,
That's my hope for you.
Thank you so much.
I know that with narcissists, I trust that you separated from these family members because of the fact that they were very abusive towards you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have separated yourself to such a great deal, and you wouldn't be in the tremendous pain you are right now to think that they're even trying to contact you. And I understand, I understand this particular place you're in, and this is why. You're at a low place. You're in a painful place in life. You're at a place where you don't know what's going to happen. And
right, exactly.
When narcissistic people who have basically crapped on you in your life, when they should have been enjoying your energy, when they should have been enjoying your youthfulness, when they should have been enjoying you when you were at your peaks and your high moments, but they couldn't. Yes. Instead, they neglected you. They rejected you. Narcissistically abusive people lash out of their jealousy, lash out of their bitterness, and they attack you for the things that you enjoy in life. Rather than celebrate your good times, they attack you. And it's important to understand this, because now when you're in this low place and you're hurting, these narcissistic people want to run to you, and they want to cuddle around you as though they care. And the problem with this is obviously, as you indicated, you're able to understand this, that the only reason they care, the only reason, is not because they ever wanted to celebrate life with you, not because they ever loved you enough to enjoy you as an individual, but because you're in a low place, which gives them some weird, twisted authority over you. It puts them in a position of virtue signaling where they can say, look at how sweet we are as we come around you, as you're sick, as you're so sick, you poor thing. And they're really able to
Yeah.
they're able from that position to pour on this fake thing, which is easy for them to do. How many of you watching and you calling in right now, you understand this about narcissists? They can be fantastic when you're hurting. They love it when you are going and you're asking them for help and favors. To them, it's narcissistic supply. They're like, yeah, I'm needed. Yeah, I'm over you. Yeah, I'm the dominant one. Yes, you need me. But the moment you are experiencing a thrill in life, the moment you have an authentic joy in life, they're gone. They're offended by it even. They hate it. Narcissists hate you at your proudest moments. But then here you are sick and they want to come and shower you with love? How sad is that? So I
Yeah.
understand your pain. I truly do. And it's a very unique
Yeah.
situation for you because I don't know who you have in your life right now to go through this and walk through this with you. Are you married? Do you have a partner?
I I have Jesus, Kevin. That's who I have. It's me and Jesus getting through this. I'm completely alone,
You are so sweet.
and I am.
You are so sweet, by the way. How old are you?
I'm 51.
Okay. Well, you're young. And
Yeah.
you have
Well,
Jesus.
not that young, but yeah. He's gotten me through it so far. So, and I have a wonderful medical team behind me that told me they understand that I don't have a lot of family support, and they have told me that we'll be your family. So they're wonderful.
Listen, sometimes that's all you need. That's all you need. And so, from my perspective, to a family that never wanted to be there for your good times, what difference does it make if they're there for you during your bad times? I don't think it makes a
Right.
bit of
Well,
difference. It will not make up
well,
for the joy in your life that they missed out on.
let me tell you, Kevin. My dad has been calling me uh, every few days. That since I was diagnosed, he keeps trying to push his abusive wife and my sister upon me, and I've made it very clear to him that I don't want anything to do with them. And he continues to try to push that off on me, to promote them to me after they have been really abusive to me.
Right.
And my dad is even making comments that are hurtful. And I keep telling him, Daddy, you've got to stop doing this. This is not good for me. But
Yeah.
he continues. So I'm really torn because I love my dad, but I don't think that he's good for me, during this time, because I get very upset and I ruminate, and it's just not a good situation.
The last thing
So I'm
you
wondering if
Yeah. The
I'm
last thing
wondering
you
if I'm
need.
if I'm cruel, if it would be cruel just to go no contact. My dad's elderly, but it's just not good for me. Do you understand?
Of course I understand. And no, it's not cruel. It's not cruel. Again, it can come across as mean, especially to a narcissistic individual. They will take it as a very hurtful slight, not necessarily because they've ever cared enough about you to again celebrate your good moments in life and to be there for you and to celebrate your joys. No, no, they don't care about you that much, but they care in that somebody rejected them. Somebody has told them no. This is where we see narcissists collapse. They can't deal with being told no. How dare other people tell them to stay away? That's what hurts them. And so for somebody who has never been a part of your life to be said, to be told, leave me alone now too, again, it's not going to hurt them because they've never really been an active part of your life. The only thing that's going to hurt is that rejection. And so, as an empathic person, somebody
Okay.
with a heart like yours, you need to understand that sometimes you're going to have to look like the bad guy in order to maintain and protect your peace. Because you're right, you don't need the added stress, you don't need the ruminating thoughts. You're trying to get treatment, and a lot of very difficult treatment, by the way. Cancer's not anything to mess around with. It's not like taking, Advil. I can't imagine the treatment and the regimen that you're on and what you have to go through. But I can tell you this, that your body doesn't need the added stress of family members who have treated you horribly calling you. to say things, to tell you what you ought to do. And you don't need that. Now is not the time to kiss and make up. Not for you. You need to focus on your medical team, focus on your healing. And now is not the time to play kiss and make up with narcissistic people who you've had to get away from. Not at all. That's my thoughts on it.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. I think I just needed to hear that from you. That's so helpful.
All right. Well, I'm glad that helped you. And I thank you so much for calling. And we will be praying for you and for the medical team that's with you and the support that you have.
Thank you, Kevin. God bless you. You have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.